Hey, welcome to the Brink of Sanity, episode, I think 16? 15, 16? Anybody?
Somewhere.
I don't know. That's Bry.
Hi.
We got Billy back.
Hi,
How you doing, Billy?
I'm good.
We're going to try and not have audio fuck-ups for the second half of the episode.
I know, that was disappointing when I heard it. I was like, what do I sound like? I sound like a retard because I'm talking about stuff that nobody understands.
We do our best to try to sound like an amateur radio show.
Mm-hmm. Just like that, where we all take drinks at the same time. There'll be plenty of that tonight. But we got a lot of stuff going on this week, so should be a pretty good show until my computer dies or the audio fucks up or,
Yeah,
something like that.
One of us throws up again.
legs.
Mm-hmm.
And by one of us, I mean me.
Brian almost threw up last episode.
2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago? I have no sense of time anymore. I don't know what is going on.
I don't either.
I'm
I
on.
really don't.
Is it raining by you?
Yeah, it's actually a nice thunderstorm.
Disgusting evening over here.
You got caught in
My
the rain.
power's probably going to go out.
I got caught in the rain on the way over here.
Can we have like size limits on umbrellas? Can that happen?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Can we
there should
not
be
have umbrellas?
there should be a ceiling on it, yeah, but there should also be, like, you shouldn't be able to make small umbrellas. Like, I guess cocktail umbrellas are fine still, but, like, I feel like, I'm not a mountain of a man. I'm overweight, but, I still feel like the majority of cheap umbrellas don't do
Oh yeah,
the
same
job.
with me. I always I have to choose which arm I want dry
Yeah.
and deal with that. But then on the other end, they should have a maximum size too, because
Yeah, well, more importantly, maximum size.
I got hit in the head today with this lady. I was like 2 feet away from her and doing the lean over, and she still hit me in the
Fat
head.
Joe.
She had like one of those tent size umbrellas, and it's like, I mean, it's just water. I mean, it's okay if drops get on you.
Do you see these classy umbrellas that look like the Dome of Secrecy from Get Smart?
Yeah,
And you're standing inside of it.
yeah. Seriously, it's like you're in your own bubble boy thing.
Mm.
It's complete bullshit. And then everyone
I used to
likes to stand at the top of the stairs and get their umbrella ready, and I'm sitting there I never bring an umbrella because I hate them, and I'm sitting there getting soaked while assholes are putting up their umbrellas. And it's cutting edge comedy here with umbrella rants. That's what we
I
do.
just wear a poncho. I don't use umbrellas.
I just get wet because it's just water.
Yeah, it's just water.
If it's pouring though, like you can really get sloppy quick. Like you don't want to not have an umbrella on the way to work or something, because then the morning's ruined and you're sitting there in your chair all soaked.
Yeah, I have an umbrella when it's really coming down, but when it's drizzling, I don't really care.
I mostly would hate puddles and getting my feet and sneakers all sopping wet. I
Yeah.
need like an umbrella for my feet instead of my head.
Those two little vent holes in Converse.
Oh yeah, those are fun, right?
They can be deadly in the rain. Your socks will be wet.
2 days in a row, I got caught with it was beautiful in the morning, and then just started pouring right before I got out of work.
Mm.
That's always
It's
fun.
been every day this week.
Yeah, maybe got a
Yeah.
little rain in us.
You think the baseball games are going to get rained out tonight?
The Yankees were playing. It was raining. I could see it in the background.
They probably shouldn't play. They'd be better off if it got rained out tonight,
There was nobody there.
Why's that?
because the Yankees are blowing down.
Oh, they're actually winning. Maybe they should cancel the game now.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody should hit a home run and they should not call it a home run, and then maybe the Yankees will win by cheating.
Seriously, what? So the Mets would have won 13-2 instead of 11-2. I mean, what
there's-
it had no bearing on the outcome of the game, and the ump owned up to it. He said it was his bad.
Tell me at the time of that you didn't think the Yankees were going to win the game 6-5.
I mean, I wasn't watching the game. I heard about it all after the fact.
As soon as I saw that, I said the Yankees are going to win 6-5, and
See,
I'm going to be.
you know what? If it was like the year 1999 or 2001, even, I might agree with you. But the Yankees don't have that charmed existence anymore, and it hurts me to
Because
say.
they're all off steroids. That's why.
No, that's not what it is.
Only half of them are off steroids.
Yeah,
Now they're walking around in gold thongs. Did you hear about that?
that's just Giambi, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he said he shares it with everybody. Jeter's wore it. I think A-Rod's wore it.
Wait,
Really?
they're
A-Rod's-
sharing the same thong.
Yeah,
Like
Jason
a
Giambi supposedly
mascot.
has a
That's
good
pretty.
luck gold thong that when he's in a slump he puts it on. He wears it during games, and he snaps out of his funk. So he's been sharing it with some of his teammates.
The guys
I
in
guess.
Serious Lunch, we have one condom between us. We share that. It's It's a sheepskin. It's a classic.
Do you put it in the dishwasher?
Yeah. We're not
Okay.
we're not fucking gross or anything.
There's no.
Just keep it in your wallet. Who needs one?
No, it hangs up on a single old-fashioned clothespin in the kitchen.
Do you have like a schedule Tuesdays and Thursdays? It's Billy's turn.
No, it's not as official as all that.
First
It's
come,
just
first
general.
serve.
Oh, I like that. Works on a couple levels.
Yeah,
Fun
fun with puns.
with puns.
Serious Lunch is Bill's comedy troupe. For those who didn't listen to episode, I don't know, 11.
Check out the site seriouslunch.com.
When we get up to like episode 80, this is going to be really hard to like reference every episode off the top of my memory.
If we make it to 80, I'll worry about it then.
That's true.
Yeah, it's definitely putting the cart before the horse.
Hey, we're
Like
about
get to
15
20.
episodes past where I thought Bri would have quit already.
I tried to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Things
Every
are good.
week I tried to.
I'm proud of you boys, man. The website looks awesome. You're growing the brand of the Brink of Sanity. You know.
I actually taught myself how to make a website and put that up.
I had to teach myself how to please a woman. Took a while.
It takes a lot longer to
Do
learn
the
that
website,
than
right?
to learn how to please a woman. Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Well, I still don't know how to write in HTML. So
Well, are we talking about pleasing a woman sexually or emotionally?
oh no,
Because
God no! I still don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
There's no hope.
I
pleasing
know
a
how to
woman.
like balance.
They're all lunatics.
I only bring my girlfriend to tears like once a month now instead of like on a weekly basis, so I'm
Yeah.
getting better.
There you go.
But sexually, yeah, still need. Let's just say it's all a steep learning curve. But new stuff on the website. There's a donate page. So
Open up.
if you think our audio sounds like shit, or if you feel bad that me and Bill, you have to cram in on this one little desk with only one mic.
Don't ruin the illusion, man. We're in a studio.
And one condom.
Well, it's a huge, elaborate studio, but there's only one mic.
Jay and I are actually in two separate rooms. We're separated by a full like ceiling to floor plexiglass.
Soundproof room.
We're both standing at microphone stands.
And I'm the one calling in on the hotline.
Yeah.
And the doc is laughing in the other room. He's Robin.
Yeah, he's the Roz of the Frasier setup here. He's sitting in the booth.
He's the Phil of the Tom Green Show.
Yeah, as long as he's not the Glenn of the Tom Green Show.
Yeah.
The guy that stands in the background and laughs.
Oh, that's Glenn? I thought that was Phil.
No, Phil was the what? No, Glenn.
No. Phil's the guy
You're
in the back.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Phil Gyrox and Glenn Humplick.
Well, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe you know their last names.
Tom Green's doing something similar to this, right? He's hosting. Oh, not similar to this. He's been doing live video from the get go, right? He's
like a live
he's
talk show or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was way ahead of everyone. He started that.
Yeah, and he does like appointment TV too. To borrow a phrase from a friend of mine, like you have to get there at the time that he's broadcasting it, and then you can see an archive of it after the fact. But like he puts it up live.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start doing that.
I'll watch that. That'll be good.
I didn't agree to that.
Well, maybe I'll just drink in front of the webcam and I'll call it the Brink of Sanity.
Okay. It's not the Brink of Sanity without the sanity.
That's true.
Oh.
Wait, you're not Sanity.
That's true. I'm so far off the insane cliff. It's unbelievable.
I thought I was crazy until I met you. You're friggin' gone, man.
I was normal when I met you. I've just slowly gone.
I was there for the change.
Yeah. You knew me before and you know me after.
Uh-huh.
Which is better?
I think after is better. It's more interesting.
Probably.
I added a donate page onto the website, so now you can donate.
Give us money.
Yeah, and we already had 2 people donate, so thank you for that.
Hot damn.
And there's also an ad on the front page. I know it totally sold out already, but if you click on it and watch the entire video, then you get money.
You win a prize.
Yeah.
Yes. You win a prize.
You also have the patience of a redwood.
Yeah.
It's not that long. Everyone could just go take a shit or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Turn the video on.
Turn the video on first, yes.
And then go make make your boom boom.
It's a Rock Band ad. You probably want to watch it anyway.
That's true. I mean, at least it's not like a starving children in Uganda ad. It's like something
Right.
you want. It's something you want to see. Those ads are way too long because they can buy up all that ad space late at night, and they really make you feel like shit for like 90 good seconds.
And they always put them on right in the middle of a comedy show, too.
Yeah. That guy that looks like Santa Claus. Is that what Sam? Do you know the guy I'm talking about? He's for like I don't remember.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know his name though.
No, I think I usually turn them off before it even gets to that point.
Huh.
Do you need to take a phone call?
No.
Okay.
Why do I look like I need to take a phone call?
You're such a big shot now. I never know if you gotta, your
I
producer's on the line.
I don't know. Yeah. These are all of my people are calling me at once. Hold on, I have to conference them in.
I'm surprised you even made it here. Do you have an entourage yet?
No. There was this like.
You don't have a turtle yet?
No, there was this cat that was following me around for a while, but I had a piece of tuna in my back pocket. I didn't know.
Well, if you're taking applications, I'll
really.
submit my resume.
You'll hang out in my posse.
Yeah, I'm a good groupie.
That's not what you meant to say, but that's awesome.
Yeah, so we got that. We got you have to be a member of the forums to look at the photo galleries.
Incentives.
Yeah. So I figured
all it takes is putting a couple of facts about yourself into some stupid website and clicking a confirmation email.
Not even facts. It's like you make a screen name and a password, and that's shit. Then you get to see all our wacky photos. So brinkofsanityshow.com.
Mm.
Do we even have any photos up?
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh yeah, I forgot to look for those old ones. I gotta see where they are.
I saw my picture. I mean, that's the only one I looked for. In all fairness, but I saw me.
There's like 15 photos in there now.
Huh.
I don't think there's any of me.
Well, you should. I
want to remain anonymous, just in case.
You should put up some photos.
No. I'm gonna put up fake photos of other people that aren't me.
Fine. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Find somebody like better looking and put up his photos.
Huh.
How am I gonna find somebody better looking than me? I mean, come on.
True. I don't know. Put up pictures of our old roommate smoking bongs.
Taking rip.
Snap. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff up there now, so that's good. And follow up. I don't know if you probably didn't hear last week's episode.
I didn't listen to last week's. No.
I got invited to a baby shower.
Okay.
And I like the way you made it sound like last week's is the only one you didn't listen to.
Yeah, it's fine. Call my shit.
I got invited to a baby shower, and there was a debate going on in the forums whether I should go or not.
Uh-huh. That's great. I wish people would help me with my social decisions.
Yeah, it's at a dead tie right now. And
I think you should go, and I didn't vote.
Well, you didn't officially
You're like
vote.
the vice president in his only official function to the Senate, right? Yeah, you could cast that tie-breaking vote for Jay.
I think you should go.
Well, if I don't see it in the forums, it doesn't count as an official vote. So
I think you should go.
Tie score, and as everyone knows, the tie always goes to the house.
Right.
And
or to the runner.
Right. And I choose not to go.
You choose not to go.
Tie goes to the dealer.
It's at a church, dude.
What?
What?
But do you have a demon inside you? Are you gonna? Is it gonna violently try to come out and like your head gonna spin?
I may get struck by lightning, but it's also I hate church. And
do you really think you're even on God's radar? Like that's you must think you're some hot shit. If like
first you have to assume that there is a God.
Right.
You have to, once you get past that, then
I'm not even at that point.
I'm indulging him at this point. I'm just saying, like even let's say you did something really fucked. Like there's a good 100, 200, 300 million people alive right now that have done worse than you have ever considered doing. Easy. There's that many fucked up evil people in the world.
That is very true.
Yeah. So like you're not even on. If there is a supreme benevolent being, you're not even on his radar. Like
besides, he's too busy watching the NBA playoffs for all the people that thank God every time they make a 3-pointer. So
how crazy was Pargo at the end of that game for New Orleans? Like he was like. Chris Paul went away.
He was going nuts until he started shooting like half-court shots.
Yeah, well, he got them within 3 basically by himself.
Yeah, no, that is true. I was really rooting for them too.
Me too, man.
Oh yeah, that's a shame.
Antonio Spurs, and you know what? I liked David Robinson's Spurs. I was very happy for that Spurs team that won when David Robinson was on. And Tony Parker and Ginobili. You can say whatever you want about them. They're good players. Tim Duncan's such a whiny bitch. I can't stand him.
The whole team just falls on the floor whenever they get the ball, and it pisses me off. Parker and Ginobili are just as bad. You go anywhere near them, and they fall on the floor and flail their arms and flop all over the place.
Yeah,
It's like a fish out of water.
I'm surprised Mr. Longoria can even focus on basketball, to be honest with you.
I think she's overrated.
She's a cunt. I hate her. Oh, man, I would stab her with a bloody
I'd stab
fork.
her. Not in the same way you mean, though.
Oh, I would take a rusty fork and stick it right in her fucking nose until I hit her brain.
Wow.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah, I don't hate her that much.
I definitely don't hear. I
do.
know her.
Well, I do.
Here's a disclaimer: I've never watched Desperate Housewives, so I really don't even know what she sounds like.
I don't either, but just looking at her just makes me want to, just gets my blood pressure up.
Wow, we're coming from different places. I mean, the blood pressure thing, I could feel you, but I know it's not coming from the same place.
I just had this conversation at work about her.
Setting up. But...
Yeah, you gotta lay off of those fatty foods.
Totally different issue there.
I bet your left arm tingles all the time too, right, man?
It does.
Yeah.
Start smacking
It's
my chest.
yeah.
What do you call those clear things? Yeah,
Defibrillator.
Yes, I carry one of those.
The doctor in the next room just in case. I fucked that up.
It is. Well, I wonder what the doc is doing. If he's not listening, he's not listening.
Has he practiced the doctor yet?
Yeah, he actually started being an actual doctor.
What?
Yeah.
It kind of like ruins him for me. Like the whole thing was that he wasn't doing anything.
I know, that was the whole funny thing.
Right.
I mean, there's still the...
there's so many, like, working doctors. Like...
Yeah, he was, he had something unique about it.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
He's still got the Warcraft addiction, but it's just not the same. No. I mean, 8 hours a day is not as funny as 23.
No, that's much funnier. I carry this freaking video game around with me like it's another limb.
And what game is that?
This is a 3-year-old baseball game. This is MLB 06 for the PSP, and this is the 4th season of it. I've played, and it's just continued. Like, it's my continued franchise, and like the team doesn't even resemble the real Yankees anymore because of my astute GM moves. But like, this is the 4th full season I'm playing through in like 3 years, and my record so far this year is 54-2. So it doesn't get old.
Very realistic score right there.
It doesn't.
I know what you mean though, because I have an old Madden game and I play, and I actually simulate the season, and I just do the off season.
No, yeah,
I'll spend the day like doing the draft and stuff.
Madden, I love the Madden franchise. There's a lot of I like updating the stadium and really working on the roster and all that. I remember I thought it was awesome that I could relocate my team the first time they put that feature in. I remember moving a team to Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah. Vegas needs a team.
They do.
Vegas needs a team, Roger Goodell. Is it Goodell? I've only read it. I haven't said it.
Goodell.
That sounds, yeah.
Tagliabue. That was a great name, man. Paul Tagliabue. That sounds like a mythical name. Like
that's a real man.
It's like a Bill Bratsky type name. Paul Tagliabue.
I'm going to join the rest of this planet and get the new Madden when it comes out.
I haven't bought a Madden game in a long time either.
I have 06.
Never have.
Oh no, 07. I'm sorry. I look at my desktop and I see 07, but it's the only one I have since.
It's because I finally got a real system now. I got the Xbox because don't like the Wii.
Don't like the Wii.
I think it stinks. I sold it.
Cool.
Yeah. Just can't.
Oh man, I had fun playing that.
No, you didn't.
I kind of did.
You're not going to find much agreement with me, man. I was playing the Wii for like an hour and a half before I came here. I was racing ghosts in Mario Kart, just banging through them online.
I love the idea of Mario Kart. I don't like how, even if you're good at the game, you're probably going to lose because some shit will hit you out of nowhere.
Here's the thing. This game, more than any of the others, the most recent one for the Wii, it really, the items become imbalanced and unfair, and I think I've nailed why. It's because they added 4 more racers at the end. So, like, you figure the 7th and 8th place people were getting, like, those big items that fuck you up, like blue shells and lightning bolts and stuff. Now there's a 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th place to also get all those really bomb items.
Right.
So, you could race flawlessly, and then, like, 10 seconds away from the finish line in the 3rd lap, you get nailed by 3 red shells and a blue shell and a lightning bolt, and you're screwed.
Well, Nintendo's thing is they want everyone to be able to win at any time. Whether you play the game for years or you just got it, anybody can win in any game. And That just pisses me off.
I
like,
think you're bringing some Smash Brothers bias into this argument just now.
a little bit.
Because I know how
mean,
disappointed you are with Smash Brothers.
That's what made me sell the system. If I'm good at a game, I want to beat you. I don't want.
I think Smash
know.
Brothers are definitely even within my own house, like you could tell. Like I live with a bunch of other guys, and you know, you could tell who had been putting time into the game and who hadn't, because like it would even out after a half hour when everybody had gotten their bearings again. But like I would either get whipped or whip somebody if I've been spending more time with it. I'm a proponent of the Wii. I think it's awesome. It's the most fun I've had playing video games since like back at the Super Nintendo when I was a kid.
A lot of people like it. It's just.
I liked making my own picture. That was the only part I liked.
Yeah, the me. I like that.
Yeah, we made Bri this fat, disgusting, bearded thing. It was hilarious.
Nice.
Very true to life too. So.
Yeah, it wasn't that much of a stretch, but.
No, not really. I think my hair was a different color. That was about all.
My buddy Matt's going gray. We made it him like gray in the game.
I can't wait to go gray. I've told people this.
I'm going gray.
I love it.
It's bad.
It looks good on a guy, man. Like a little dash of salt and pepper.
Yeah, I'd rather go gray than bald. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I got the bald thing going.
No, I got a thick old mop of hair, but I think. See, the one thing about gray hair is that it, unless, it doesn't. You don't necessarily do gray hair well if you have long hair, like long straight hair. Like the most recent prime minister of Japan, if you could Google image that one. He's not the current one, the old one. He had
that was a pretty obscure reference.
Well, just because that's one of the I remember thinking to myself, what a handsome man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hope I look. I hope my hair looks like that when it's gray.
Those Asians,
Yeah, but anyway, he has straight hair. I have curly hair, so I don't know if I'm gonna, if the gray would really.
If I had thick curly hair, I'd totally have a white boy fro.
Mm.
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
No, I can't stand that look.
Lead singer, the drummer for the Dandy Warhols, he's got an awesome fro.
Really?
That's another obscure reference. So.
Well, there you go. I know you like Dandy Warhols. I remember you asked me last year if I wanted a ticket to that.
Right, yeah.
See, the only song I know by them is the "Heroin Is So Passé" song from a long, long time ago.
Yeah, that's their total top 40 song.
There you go.
But their new album came out on Monday, actually.
Yeah, Local H put out an album this week too.
Really?
Yeah.
They're still around?
Hell yeah, Local H has a lot of music.
High five motherfucker. I like them.
I bought tickets for Extreme on Friday.
Refresh my memory.
More Than Words.
Really? What a great song.
They got back together, and they're coming out with a new album.
Huh.
And I got tickets for them and King's X.
Ooh.
And nobody is excited about Extreme. And
well, yeah, but still.
They're awesome.
I
got
the album.
It's a great song, but, what's a better song in the same vein? That Just to Be the Next to Be With You,
Mr.
Boom
Big.
Boom Clap song.
Mr. Big.
Who went on to be the lead singer of Van Halen for a brief period, if you recall.
No.
Swear to God.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
the lead singer of Extreme was the...
Gary Sharon.
Ah, see, I'm so close to knowing shit sometimes. Like, we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mr. Big.
Anyway, if anybody wants to go to Extreme, I have an extra ticket because nobody is excited about it.
When is it?
It's August. It's your birthday.
4th?
Happy birthday. Here's Extreme.
It'd probably be better than what I plan on doing, which is sitting around on my ass doing nothing.
Well, if you want to go, it'll be your birthday present.
Maybe I'll.
Maybe your gift to him would be not make him go to see Extreme.
I was gonna kill myself on my birthday, but maybe I'll go see Extreme instead.
Yeah, well, it'd be a lot less emo if you saw Extreme. Not quite, not emo. It's gonna be pretty emo if you go see Extreme in 2008. But
especially if you hate it. If you go just because you hate it.
Killing yourself on your birthday is like, you might as well fucking play Adam's song on repeat while you're doing it.
Well, it's my 30th birthday, so I figured it was kind of,
Oh, come on. Were your 20s really that memorable that you can't bear the thought of your age beginning with a 3?
No, not really, but once I turn 30, it's hard to hit on 40-year-old women because I'm not in my 20s anymore.
Right, or you could just jump up to the 50-year-olds.
Yeah, I was just about to say, jump up to 50.
Yeah.
Because it's the last decade you can make that
And I'm too creepy to hit on 21-year-olds now because I'm 30. Well, I'm too creepy anyway, but...
Right.
You're a total creep, but... I like how your status in the forums is Dom for dirty. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to think that, I'm almost a decade older than, the legal age of, like when you do those barely legal movies. You know, like those girls are going to be 10 years younger than me in just like what 2 years from now. I'm 26.
You're youngin'.
Well, yeah, well, I'm a couple years
Just a
younger.
little baby.
I'm a little baby boy. Yeah, that's
Jeez, I have kids older than you.
yeah.
Illegitimate, of course.
Like a girl that was born in like May of 1990 is getting ready to do her first barely legal video right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That definitely makes me feel old.
Yeah.
I'm a 70s boy.
See, I'm a Reagan baby, 82.
What was I, Gary Carter?
No, Gary Carter was the catcher of the '86 Mets. Jimmy Carter was
Jimmy
our president.
Carter. Maybe I should stop chugging these rum and cokes. Oh boy, that was another obscure reference, inadvertently.
I read Gary Carter's autobiography in middle school. It's called 3 and 0. If anybody cares to check it out, well written. I don't know if he had a ghostwriter or not, but
What is that referencing?
what, Gary Carter?
3
3 and 0. I think the 3 balls no strikes count. 3
Oh,
and 0.
it's not like a famous play.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought the guy who got a hit off Buckner was 3-0 before he did that or something.
Oh no.
No, it's 3-2. It was a full count.
Well, Mookie Wilson, right?
Yep.
Wow, you guys know stuff.
I remember that night very vividly. I was only 4 and change too. It's one of my earliest memories.
I was 8, but
Yeah.
I was watching Larry Bird. So I've always been a basketball baby.
We lived in Woodhaven, Queens at the time. I remember my mother, right after they had won, we lived on the second floor of a house in Woodhaven, row housing, and we went outside. My mother whistled like really loud, like you know how like you make a little ring out of your thumb and your index finger, and you like go.
I could never do that.
I could never do it either.
I can't either.
No, I think I admire people like that.
I can't do the 2 pinky whistle either.
Oh no!
I can't
You know
do
what?
any
But
whistle.
I've never seen a good guy do that. Every guy I've ever seen do that was a muscle head douchebag. Like,
Mhm.
oh baby, over here, and then he puts his fucking pinkies in his mouth. You know, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what whistle? My cousin Eric can do this whistle, and God bless him. He shapes his tongue in his mouth, and like as if he was gonna spit on you, like one of those fucked up dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. He like
The ones that killed Newman.
yeah, right, yeah, the fucking green acid in the face.
Velociraptors, I think.
No, raptors. Raptors are the clever girls.
Right.
Clever girl. Yeah, he just whistles by like flattening his tongue into his lower his jaw. Like I don't know how he
That's
does it.
impressive.
It's really nuts.
My sister could roll it into like a hot dog roll and make like a kind of a whistle, but it's not loud.
No, he like he'll boom it like. Woo.
I have no whistling skills.
Really? I could whistle like a tune very well. I have like a that.
Yeah,
I trained myself listening to the beginning of The Stranger over and over again as a child.
Excuse me.
So on.
Billy Joel.
William Joel.
It's been like 4 or 5 months since he crashed his car. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
Who?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Oh.
I grew up in Long Island, and he crashed in like every single town.
Well, give the guy a break. He was doing like mounds and mounds of cocaine. He still is, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be a little iffy behind the wheel if I was that cranked up all the time.
Well, he was also like a raging alcoholic, right?
Well, you got to balance it out. You can't just be wound up all like that. You have to drink a bit to, even it out.
Right. Oh,
Got to take the edge off.
I guess.
Because he had quite an edge at one point there.
You
You know who didn't turn out quite as ugly as she should have? His daughter. Yeah, when she was a little girl, like she was butt fugly.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't seen.
She's definitely not the prom queen,
Mhm.
but she's not like like you would think she would be.
Well, her mom is a supermodel. So.
Right, but her dad is
Yeah,
Billy
that's true.
Joel.
Yeah.
So that's like,
Yeah.
that's like trying to put out a volcano with a glass of spring water.
But at least it's not like a Lyle Lovett. That would be.
Do you know what's great? That this is encouraging for all the craggle-faced, ugly men in the world. Well, Lovett fucked, he fucked, what's her face? What's her face?
Christy Brinkley?
No. Julia Reynolds, right?
That's no. She's a pig. She looks like a horse.
Is her name Julia Reynolds?
Roberts.
Roberts. Why the? See, that's the last time she was in a movie.
No, she's no good.
Really?
That's no
No good.
She's a classic beauty. She's got like
No,
the long
yeah.
legs and the
horse
defined
face.
features. You know who's a horse face? Is
Sarah
Swank.
Jessica Parker.
Does it? Yeah.
Swank's a horse face. Sarah Jessica Parker looks like a foot. Like Peter Griffin nailed that.
And he also Lois nailed it when he said Julia Roberts looks like a baboon's ass on a face.
Aw. Yeah.
Her
So.
lips. Yeah, Swank is more just like a man. Like in Boys Don't Cry, like she really showed her
Brandon
true colors
Tina?
there. Yeah.
She can look pretty. She looked pretty when she won her first Academy Award.
Right, but I mean, if I had like $7,000 worth of makeup on, I'd look hot too.
No, I think that would be way too much makeup. Then you would probably look like Tammy Faye if you had $7,000 worth of makeup on.
I lost that reference.
Really, Tammy Faye Baker?
No,
No.
no.
Jay, take a few hours and watch I Love the 80s on VH1. Jeez.
My pop culture knowledge is very limited. I don't know who's dating who. I don't know. I need to watch more E, I guess.
I want to know everything that happens everywhere every day. So I kind of aim for that each morning when I wake up.
When two people you don't know are dating, you want to know about it.
No, not necessarily. I want to have I just want to be completely aware of my surroundings. And if that involves knowing that Brad and Angelina's adoption is official or something, like
Their 19th adoption.
yeah, their most recent Malawian baby.
Another black baby.
I actually don't keep up on celebrity gossip. I know a lot about sports and entertainment, and that's about it.
I don't know why people actually do keep up on that stuff.
Celebrity gossip?
Yeah,
Because their lives are too mundane. Like, there's nothing going on in their own life, so they have to live vicariously through Britney Spears' vagina.
Well, then they should probably kill themselves.
It's a double-edged sword because most people have nothing going on, so they want to watch it, and then these celebrities, and I use the air quotes, think that they're more important than they are, so they have publicists and they do all these stupid staged like events and photo shoots to try to make themselves look like they're
running for fucking
relevant. Yeah, like they try to make themselves relevant and they're not, and then soon it just all gets blended in between news and entertainment and reality, and like now all of a sudden it's like 5:00 news and it's like, oh, Britney Spears is she was buying donuts at the store. So who the fuck cares?
That really is.
How many soldiers died today? Thank you.
No, that shit happens.
They actually did one on her, like going to CVS. Like, all right,
I was at RollingStone.com the other day, and the big picture that they had on the front page splashed was a picture of her leaving a record store, and she had In Rainbows, the most recent Radiohead album, in her hand, and they had like a big like a enhance, like in like they zoomed in on it and had it in a circle. It's like Britney Spears trying to expand her horizons. Who the fuck does she think she is? Like, it was really like being mean to her just because
she could have bought any CD
that
ever,
wasn't
and they would have said that. But,
Britney Spears.
And now Radiohead will get accused of selling out because Britney Spears likes them now. So it's like a.
But they probably sold an extra like 3 million copies because of that anyway.
Probably.
Well, that was, if you recall, that was they did the pay your own price at first. They released it in October. Yeah. You could pay whatever you want. I paid £4.99, £4.99, so it was like $10, like an iTunes album.
I would have to be given money to have that on my computer.
You're an asshole. Radiohead's awesome. I love them.
I remember like 3 or 4 years ago when Radiohead was like the biggest thing in the world.
They're my favorite band still.
I went to what is that big music convention? CMS? CMJ. Yeah.
Festival.
Yeah, I was at the CMJ festival, and there was this big meeting of all the radio stations, and then they're like, all right, after this meeting, we're going to show like a Radiohead concert. And there was like a standing ovation, and I laughed.
There's 2 honkies up there. Yeah.
It's 45 minutes of whining. I just don't get it.
That doesn't make you sound very smart when you say stuff like that.
But that's what it is.
Really? That's like saying all of rap is just, it's 45 minutes of black guys rhyming. Yeah.
Well, they don't rhyme anymore. They're too lazy for that.
It's a narrow view of a much more diverse body of work than you're giving it credit.
I like the song Electioneering.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good song.
See, I've done my homework.
Yeah, you named one song from an album 11 years ago.
Yeah, but it's
What was what are some songs on their most recent album?
I haven't listened to the new album.
Oh, that's
Well,
so.
if you don't like something, you don't keep like listening to all their albums.
No, you're right. It's just that you mentioned that the album Britney Spears had picked up was 45 minutes of whining, but
Well, no, Radiohead is 45 minutes of one.
oh yeah, so you parcel them out in 45-minute bits. Oh, I'm not. I'm
The
not.
average album's 45 minutes long.
You're right. Yeah, you got a point. That's a pretty educated guess as to how long an album is. How long is that album? About 45 minutes.
Theoretically, every CD is 45 minutes of whining.
Right. Depending on what you're listening to, sure.
All right. Well, apparently we have different points of view on Radiohead.
That's what makes it. That's what make it a world go round.
Mm-hmm.
I neither like nor dislike them. I just think it's funny. I just thought it was humorous. Like, it was like 01, 02, 03 when they were like the biggest band, and it was like, ugh. Everything was Radiohead, and everybody was trying to be Radiohead. And
Yeah.
I know a girl that she lives in the city somewhere, and she does a lot of like indie. She worked for some indie magazine or something. She interviewed bands and stuff, and it was a band that she knew that she was trying to get promoted. They were playing at some like bar in Connecticut, so I went to see her. She invited me, so I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. Whatever. I haven't seen you in a couple of years, and it'd be cool to see you. And I remember like before they were going on, she was like, oh yeah, they're really like Radiohead, and my friend that I was with is like, oh yeah, everybody's trying to be like Radiohead. She just gave us like the dirtiest looks. Like, how dare you say that? I was like, well, it just happens to be true.
That's like a compliment, though. If everyone's trying to be like you.
There's a couple of bands that have tried to ape Radiohead openly. Like Coldplay took the soft ballad sound from the Bends and kind of amplified that. Muse took like the big like prog rocky like a Paranoid Android model, and that guy, the lead singer of Muse, really sounds a lot like Tom York too.
How is that group? I only
Muse?
heard the song on.
I heard some of Tom York's solo stuff, and it wasn't bad.
I really like.
Yeah,
it.
Tom York put out a really cool electronic album last year called The Eraser. Electronic album. It's not like Philip Glass music. I'm saying it's technically like bleeps and bloops, but I love that shit. Yeah, Muse. I like Muse's singles really. I don't sit through their albums so hot, but like they have some knockout singles. Like Time Is Running Out from 2 albums ago is a really good single, and then the Knights of Sidonia on this most recent album.
That's the one on Guitar Hero. That one's awesome.
Yeah, and God, what was there's a
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Really?
Muse? I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest bands in the world right now. They I think they like their most recent tour of Europe, I think broke European records, like for attendance and like revenue. Like people really go apeshit for that band. They're not as big over here as what it is, but they've been around for 7 or 8 years now, easy.
They have a much better taste in music over in Europe, I think. Like bands that are like
what,
really
we're
low key here.
but we're not exposed to European pop music so much. Like there could be just as much drivel that's localized over there that doesn't even make it over here. Like I was in Amsterdam a couple of years ago, and like I used to we'd wake up and we turn the TV in the hotel room on for a little while we were getting ready, and some just absolute drivel that never even played at all over here, and it was like wall to wall. This like there's a song called The Cheeky Girls, and there were these 2 identical twin-looking girls, and they just repeated ad nauseum, "We are the cheeky girls, we are the cheeky girls.
Oh, God.
You are the cheeky boys, you are the cheeky boys," and they were like doing like a hula dance and turning around.
That sounds like pure hell.
No, yeah, and it was not good.
But there's a lot of bands that don't make it here that are huge over there, and like I don't get why the discrepancy like that.
Mm.
Like Slade in the 70s and 80s, that group was awesome, and like all the hair bands here would steal their songs, like Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise.
Yeah, who the fuck do they think they are, Quiet Riot?
Like everyone would steal their songs, and they're huge in Europe, and you wonder why it didn't come over here. And like the Dandy Warhols, they go to Europe and they play like stadiums and stuff, and then they come here and I see them at like Webster Hall with like 200 people.
There you go.
It's insanity. But yeah, I'm sure they have their their share of bullshit also.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of bands get famous in Britain and then come back to America to greater appreciation. Like like the Strokes were much bigger in the British music scene before they broke bigger over here. And
White Stripes too, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, I hate them. Oh God,
You know what? I did not like
I hate
Stripes
Jack White.
for a
Is that his
long
name?
time.
Jack White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
White.
Jack White.
I didn't like them for
Huh.
a long time, and then they put out an album, the Get Behind Me, Satan. That was not their most recent, but the one before that. And
Mhm.
that made that album was so good, and like it made me like go back and look at their old shit. And honestly, they've never done anything as good as it. And like the most recent album they put out, I didn't like much. But it's like they nailed their formula once, I think, and on that Get Behind Me, Satan album, and it's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was their like third best album.
Really,
Yeah.
I like that one the most.
I think they're all shit. And I haven't heard any of them.
That's the best way. It's
Isn't he in the Rack and Tears too?
Raconteurs, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's
Yeah.
him and another guy are the two main guys in that.
That album was like Steady as She Goes was awesome, but the rest of the album was kind of weak.
They put out a new album a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Every group's coming out with new albums.
People need to
Nine
go,
Inch
man.
Nails is kicking my ass lately, man. He put out a free album that kicks ass.
Really?
The Slip, it's awesome, dude. Check it out. You can download it for free at his website, nineinchnails.com. Yeah, it was like This One's on Me is like what it said. It was like a gift to fans, and it's a really good like classic 10-song Nine Inch Nails album, really tight.
How was the last couple? I haven't gotten anything since.
With Teeth was
That was the last one I got, I think.
With Teeth was all right. It had that Hand That Feeds song, which I liked. But Year Zero, which came out last year, was really good. It's a concept album, like post-apocalyptic, and I don't know, not post-apocalyptic, like dystopian, like like Big Brother type shit. It was really good. There were some awesome tracks on it. Great Destroyer, The Beginning of the End, Survivalism, all good songs. Anyway, the single off this new Nine Inch Nails album is called Discipline. Not to be confused with the most recent Janet Jackson release.
No, we definitely don't want to mistake that.
But man, Discipline by Nine Inch Nails, it's a banger. It's as good as any of his, not as good as any of his mid-90s output, but it's good classic Nine Inch Nails. I am a recent convert. I didn't get Nine Inch Nails while it was happening really.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the fact, my buddies Tim and Bob kind of got me into it.
I never understood the appeal of that band.
It's so...
They were one of those bands like Radiohead too. Like a few years ago, they were like the biggest thing in the world. I remember when they were touring, people were like, "Oh my God, Nine Inch Nails is coming! I'll sell my children to get a ticket to see them." And
the thing that's incredible about Nine Inch Nails to me is that it's one guy. Like Trent Reznor is Nine Inch Nails. Like he sequences all that shit. He writes it. He produces it.
His first album, he played every instrument.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure when he makes an album now, like he'll bring in like session musicians when he wants to. But if he feels like he's the only one that can get that bass sound that he's looking for, he's gonna record it and sequence it. Look at Daryl Rasner for the Yankees, man. Like that. Thank God that this kid came up. Jay just brought up the ESPN MLB scoreboard on the computer, so that wasn't a complete tangent. The Yankees got these three big rookies. Jabba and Ian Kennedy and Phil Hughes. Hughes can't stay healthy, and he's younger than me. So what's that tell you? And Kennedy's getting shellacked, and Jabba's too valuable as a reliever. And this kid Rasner, who's supposed to be the most unheralded of them all, and he's coming in. He's up 6-0 in his third straight productive start. So go Daryl Rasner.
Well, their record stinks.
The Yankees are 5 under 500, but look at the high-priced and high-powered Detroit Tigers at 18-27. That's a surprise to me. I mean, when they picked up Cabrera and Dontrell Willis, I was like, those guys. I thought they were gonna. I thought the Indians might challenge them, but I thought they were gonna run away with the division.
Milky?
No, not Melky. Melky's on the Yankees. What the fuck's his name?
Miguel, I think.
Miguel Cabrera, yeah.
And Dontrell's going to the bullpen when he comes back.
Is he? Well,
I thought the Mets were supposed to be awesome now that they signed.
Santana?
They got too many Hispanic players. They have no one who speaks English.
Wait, there's Spanish guys that play baseball.
Yeah, they're all in the Mets.
Must be new.
It's like 70 of them on the Mets.
I think that's smart on Manaya's part. Like his fan base has a huge Latin contingent, so you can market the Latin stars to a big Latin market.
I'm white. I want to see some white guys.
Then you have to watch hockey.
I don't see color.
I am watching hockey, by the way, and the Penguins are going to kick the shit out of the Red Wings.
Yeah, I'm on board with the Penguins just because I like to see,
Evgeny Malkin, that guy's nasty.
Malkin is nasty. Crosby is nasty. He's a pussy, and I hate him, but he's nasty.
Is that the final?
And he can't grow a fucking beard. He's got that little
Yeah,
Puerto Rican.
he's like 14, so
stripe.
I couldn't grow a beard until I was 18. How old is Sidney Crosby? Like 21?
He's 20.
He's 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, once he can buy a bud at the bar down the block, then maybe I'll hold him accountable for.
He's from Canada. He's been drinking for years.
Yeah, and he's
But
also,
that's
every time he binges and he has to go get a blood transfusion, he can go get a free one at the old clinic, eh?
mm,
Nice. I hope we see universal health care in our time, man. I'm tired of being afraid of getting sick. I'm terrified of getting hurt. There would be no greater financial disaster in my life right now than if I broke a bone. I'd have to go to the emergency room. I'd have to get it set. I'd have to get it cast. Like it would literally cost thousands upon thousands of dollars, and I'd be fucked.
just do what Jay does and ignore it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I destroyed my ankle playing basketball. I couldn't walk for like 5 days, but I don't have health insurance, so I just had to like deal with it. You can see like it's still like fucked up. It's been like 3 months. Um,
Can
so
you run?
no, I can't run yet. I could play volleyball now, but this is the first time in like 3 months. I got this like hardcore like ankle brace that like doesn't let my ankle move at all. So I can do that, but I still can't run. That's why I gained like 20 pounds in the last 3 months. I just
Jesus, that sucks, dude.
I couldn't move for like weeks, and I had no health insurance, and I was like, well, if I go, it's going to be thousands of dollars, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
It's,
Welcome to the jungle, man. Seriously, that's what it is.
it is scary. That's why I don't even know if I'm going to play basketball anymore. That's why I got the
Jay, you have to. That's your passion,
Pilates
man.
DVD. No, this show is my
Hi,
new.
ladies.
Pilates and podcasting are my new. I'm just sticking with things that begin with P. Those are my new passions.
Penis.
How could,
No, but
yeah. No, but yes.
yeah, nobody does.
Uh,
So, yeah, it's gotta. I don't know. I don't know how we went from like the best country in the world from like to like the 35th best, but
by measuring what exactly? Are we the 35th?
We were never really the best. People just think we were because everybody says we were. We never really were.
just style of living. Like I don't know. Did you see Michael Moore's new one? Sicko.
I did. I saw Sicko.
It made me tempted to go to England and sprain my ankle again. And get it treated there.
Yeah, but then like when you go to eat out in London and you spend the equivalent of like $30 American on a fucking like steak and potatoes, because that's all I eat is steak and potatoes. Actually,
That's pretty cheap for steak and potatoes.
well, no, not if it's not if you're going to Tad's fucking Steaks. Like you should be able to get out of there for $10.
Right, but I don't know. I'd rather.
If you don't have a Tad Steaks franchise where you are, it's
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
yeah. I assume a lot of people outside of I don't know if it's even outside of New York. Tad Steaks.
I don't think so.
I don't even. I've never even seen one outside of Manhattan.
I've never been to a Tad steak.
Really, huh?
I'm not a steak guy. I went to Outback Saturday and I got a burger.
It's all falling into place, Jay. You don't like steak. You don't like Radiohead. Like those things can't. Those are inextricably linked.
I'm just a horrible person.
No, Tad Steak is great. You get out of there for like about $11-12. You get a nice piece of strip steak and good, Boston Market-esque sides, but not prepared by teenagers by and large, like Boston Market is. No worse idea, no worse concept in food in my book than complicated food prepared by teenage staff, and I think that's the recipe for disaster you have at Boston Markets.
Yeah, I keep it simple and make it delicious.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't need exotic spices in my burgers. Just fry up a burger. Virgil's. I don't know if you've been to Virgil's. They make these fries called the train wreck fries.
Yeah.
It's like fries with like cheese, ranch dressing, jalapenos, and like bacon or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm down with all that. I like the ranch dressing. I don't eat cheese much. I'm not a big cheese eater. I eat like mozzarella cheese and like the cheese that you get in Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Like people that do like the cheese plate with crackers and wine. I can't stomach that. The smell of it puts me off. And everybody tells me that it doesn't taste like it smells, but everything else in my tasting life prior to this cheese you're telling me about has tasted a lot like what it smells.
Yeah, my cheese has to be melted, or the Parmesan cheese you like shake on.
See, even Parmesan cheese, that's too sharp for me. I don't like that taste.
I definitely don't like biting into a hunk of cheese.
Yeah.
And I don't get what people are thinking with blue cheese.
Oh God, nothing better in my book than a nice hot buffalo wing. Nothing worse than fucking dunking it in big
exactly.
sour whiteness. Fuck that.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Ugh, not good. And we're gonna get a lot of shit for that, I'd imagine too, because that's like it's like ubiquitous with the buffalo wings is the blue cheese.
Right, but people say like, oh, it's to like quell the hotness of the wing.
Oh,
It's
get
like,
a glass of milk or drink some water, you
Well,
big Nancy.
you
Like,
get a mild wing, you pussy. You
ugh,
know, I don't see
hate
why
it.
you gotta dip it in shit. Like,
I like ranch dressing too, which people say, well, why don't you like blue cheese then?
because it tastes
Because
nothing.
it tastes nothing like blue cheese. It looks like it.
Just because it's white and creamy
Yeah,
doesn't mean
it's like
you know.
why don't you like to drink piss? It looks like apple juice.
Right.
Yeah, well, I don't give a shit. It tastes like urine.
It's so true. It's like I don't get why people can even compare that. I've never heard that, but I would probably yell at somebody who said that to me. Not even close.
Yeah.
And there's also some other white creamy substance that doesn't taste like whatever it is.
Cottage cheese?
Cottage
we'll
cheese.
go with cottage cheese.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody's telling me I gotta eat. I haven't tried brie. Everybody's like, "Oh, you don't like cheese? You know what? You like brie. You would like brie if you ate it."
No, brie's bad.
You know what you do with brie is you get a big hunk of brie and you put a bunch of jelly on it and then you bake it with like bread and it comes out good. And I'm kind of skeptical.
That doesn't sound very good.
Really? No, everybody's telling me it's awesome. Like you get a hunk of brie and you like put a bunch of jam on it and then you put like Pillsbury dough on it and you wrap it in the Pillsbury dough and you bake that and then when you crack it open, it's like big gooey deliciousness apparently. I might be wrong on some of the specifics, but I think that's what it was.
It's sounds tolerable, but I wouldn't go at them. That sounds like too much effort.
Yeah, 3 whole ingredients heated together. So
Well, then you gotta wait.
yeah,
Then you gotta wait for it to cool off. Then you're talking like hours now. I'm all about the quick fix.
Yeah, hedonism.
Mm-hmm. So, Brian, what was your story of the week? Seems like there's always a conspiracy at your job, or
I didn't really have anything happen for the past week.
really?
I did tell a woman I work with to shut the fuck up, though.
In anger, or was it like, shut the fuck up?
No, in anger.
Like what? Say it. Dude, can you bring me there?
Just this miserable lady that I work with, and she's always bitching, and she's bitching about everything.
Do you want to role play? Like I'll be her, and you can.
No. I mean, it's just every day it's the same thing. She bitches about the same 3 things. She hates our 2 bosses. She hates the person she works with. She hates her job. She hates her life. She's like me, only she's not funny. And every day it's like a broken record. It's the same thing, and she whispers and mumbles to this lady that sits across from me. So Friday morning, I'd had enough. She comes in at 9, and it wasn't even 9 yet. It was like 5 of, and she was complaining about something. And she was like, this other lady said, oh, it's going to be a bad day. And she goes, yeah, it's going to be a bad fucking day, blah, blah, blah. And I just turned to her, and I said, listen, you haven't been here 5 fucking minutes. Just shut the fuck up, because I don't want to hear it all day.
Nice.
And then, that was, so she didn't talk to me for and she's one of these people, she's kind of like our old roommate. She thinks everything's personal. So, if you come down and ask her something, and she tells you the truth, she tells you, the answer, but you don't believe her, but you, go see for yourself, and you're like, oh, yeah. She's like, I told you so. Jesus, you don't believe me. She thinks, everything is personal. So she didn't talk to me I think today was the first day she started talking to me since then, And she has, some chronic problem where she farts all the time.
What?
So, you come down to the side of the office, and it just smells like a dead body.
Whoa,
Brian, let me ask you
rewind.
something. Let me ask you something, Brian. Is this jewel plucked yet? Is this eligible bachelorette?
She's, 60 years old.
Oh,
Even hotter.
even better.
I've never heard of this ailment before.
What, chronic fart?
Yeah. Is it?
I'm not sure what it is, but usually when she gets pissed off or stressed out is when she starts farting.
Yes.
Oh, well,
so you
I've
tell
got
her to
that.
Shut the fuck up, and then she just started ripping them.
She didn't rip any on Friday, but she ripped a few bad ones today.
She
But
probably excuse.
every day she comes down because she hates this lady that's in charge of the office because she gives her a hard time. And rather than my office is a weird dynamic. There's 2 people that are there's one office manager, and then there's this other lady that's kind of in charge, or kind of supersedes her, and they disagree on everything. So you're either on one side or the other. So this one lady, she'll come down and she'll tell you to do something, and you just let her talk, and then just okay, and then just whatever. Don't even worry about it. But this lady constantly like clashes with her. Like she'll come down and tell her to do something, and she'll be like, well, no, this is the way I'm supposed to do it. And it's like, just let her talk and go to the other side of the office and don't worry about it. She constantly is like butting heads with her, and like, and then then the lady leaves and she starts pissing him out. And there's like different sets of rules for everybody. And this other lady, like, it would take like 2 hours for me to really get into the gist of the dynamic in my office. But she pisses and moans every day, and I have to hear it for 4 hours. And and a couple of times I've been like, just shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. And then finally on Friday, I was like, just shut the fuck up. And then I went down and I told the people on the other side, I was like, yeah, I told her to shut the fuck up. They're like, did you say the fuck up? And I was like, yeah, I said shut the fuck up. So I got high fives from everybody.
Are we talking like loud, like edible, audible?
No, they're SBDs. They're just like, it just smells like a stink bomb went off.
That's not as funny. Like if you said shut the fuck up and then she started like audibly farting, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, no, she didn't fart that day. That was on Friday. But today there was like, I came back to my desk and I was just like, oh God. Nobody says anything, but
Did you feel remorse? Do you feel remorse now?
No, God, no. No, she's a pain in the ass. She's miserable.
You should just run up to her and just cover her in Lysol. You should do different things to her every day. Like put those little car trees on her ears, like earrings.
It's been going. Her days are numbered anyway, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But
you should run up to her and slap her with a fish and yell, "Clean your ass!" She'll remember that.
Throw rolls of toilet paper at her from downstairs.
You old fuckbutt.
She gets pissed because our office is moving next week. So like, a couple of people have been like moving boxes from our office now to our new office, which is right down the street. And she's like pissed that she's not included, but she gets pissed whenever she has to do it. Like she can't do any like manual labor because she's like old and has some kind of like problem or something. So it's like, what the fuck? You can't go over there and start moving boxes of books around. So just sit here and do your job. And then she gets all pissed, and it's like, ugh. It's just...
Yes.
What?
I hate her so much just based on these couple of minutes of living in...
Everybody hates her.
Post her extension on the forums. We'll
She's the receptionist.
She is.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. In the morning.
I'm going to find out where you work, and I'm going to call you all day. All right, well, I think we're...
Oh, I do.
Don't say it.
I would like to take this time to say that I broke down and I watched Knocked Up yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, wow. You poor thing. That movie was awesome.
Yeah, I must tell you that I was very unimpressed.
Unimpressed.
Wow.
And I gave it a fair shot because it was on Sunday night and I was flipping between that and the Mets game, and I, like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and I got enough of it where I was like, all right, I said a lot of bad things about this movie already, but I got to watch it start to finish just to, so I know what I'm talking about based on my opinion.
Just watching it out, though. You can't,
No, but I watched the whole thing last night, start to finish, and I was just very unimpressed.
I don't consider myself, like, really that mainstream in my taste, but you guys make me seem like fucking top 40 radio. Like, I feel... Liking Radiohead Knocked Up makes me feel like a...
Oh, no. Bry's views do not express all our views. I love Knocked Up.
I thought it was like mediocre at best. I thought there was maybe like...
I thought Superbad was mediocre at best.
Superbad was terrible, and so now I'm officially on board of saying that the Seth Rogen comedy troupe is overrated and not my cup of tea.
I thought every scene with the four friends was hilarious.
Maybe you have to smoke a lot of pot to like it, but maybe that's why I like it.
Not a prerequisite.
I thought the morning after scene was funny, and I thought the scene when they were at dinner and they were like yelling at each other when she said she was pregnant, I thought that scene was funny, only because they were in a restaurant, they were yelling and nobody seemed to notice that they were yelling and like cursing. And then there was maybe like a couple of other things offhanded that I laughed at, but other than that, I was just like...
Were you watching it by yourself?
Yeah, I was watching it by myself.
It's
But I
hard.
mean,
See, comedy's tough sometimes when you're by yourself too, because it's such
oh
a
no, that's a load of shit. That's just oh, am I gonna laugh because everybody else is laughing? Might as well just
no,
put a
but
laugh track in the movie.
I don't know about that. I think there's a vibe and an electricity in a room. Like there's a reason that you go see movies opening night with a huge crowd of people. Like it just makes
Not me. I don't. Oh God, you couldn't pay me enough money to see that. To do
I'm
that.
a Freaks and Geeks fan. I don't know if you guys have seen that
loved
show.
Freaks and Geeks and Undeclared were such gems. I can't believe they each got one season only.
And the
Oh, I
guy
have a question.
from,
I do have a question about Knocked Up though. When
Okay.
you can go ahead and we'll come back to it.
That's just it. I mean, Judd Apatow, if you don't know, he produced a show for ABC called Freaks and Geeks back
No,
in
I remember. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
no,
great
great show. Linda
It was on
Cardellini,
like 1 year, wasn't it, or two?
only one.
one.
Linda Cardellini, you might know as from ER, and she was Selma in the
The
Scooby
chick
Doo.
from American Beauty was in it, wasn't she?
No,
I don't
Or a
think-
bird? No.
no, Thora Birch wasn't in it.
Oh no, then the girl from Desperate. No. The chick from
No.
Cruel Intentions. She was in it, wasn't she?
No,
No.
One of those.
no, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, not that one. The blonde brunette
There
one.
was two. There were two main girls on that show. It was Lindsay Ware, who was played by Linda Cardellini, and then the character's name is I don't even remember. I don't remember the actress's name, but Kim Kelly was the other girl's name. The character. I don't remember the actress's name.
She was in like Blair Witch 2. I
Yeah,
think.
Kim Kelly didn't do a lot afterwards. She's actually in. The most memorable thing I remember her being in after that was Judd Apatow's next series for Fox, which was Undeclared, and that only lasted a year too. Seth Rogen was on both of those shows. He wrote for Undeclared too.
Same with the guy who was in the new movie. The
Jason
Sarah
Segel.
Marshall.
Yeah, Jason Segel was Nick Andopoulos on Freaks and Geeks.
He's the guy that's in How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yes, he's on How I Met
And
Your Mother.
Dead Man on Campus, which was a very underrated movie.
Mark Paul
That's
Goss.
he was in that.
Yeah,
Yeah, MPG too.
he was the angry neighbor, the angry roommate, who ended up actually with Linda Cardellini in the movie.
Wow.
And
Linda Cardellini is gorgeous. I
Oh,
mean,
she's so hot.
she looked so pretty as Lindsay Ware. Like
Grandma's
she's a very
Boy.
pretty girl. But yeah, when she like became a woman and like
Mhm.
Grandma's Boy, she's just so freaking hot when she's
that's
singing.
such a good movie.
I love Grandma's
Oh.
Boy. Oh, Nick Swartzen kills me. I love Nick
Before you
Swartzen
Oh,
leave,
that guy's an asshole. That guy sucks.
of Swartzen.
yeah,
What's he
hilarious.
doing?
It's just
I
a comedy skit.
uh,
I fucking hate Mondays. It's a TGI Fridays spoof.
That's awesome.
Hilarious.
I think he was the guy that I think he emceed the beard and mustache thing that I went to.
Huh? Nick Swartzen.
And
Nick
I
Swartzen
heckled him
has
the entire time he was on there, and he was getting so pissed at me.
Swartzen has a pilot floating around online. You can get it if you just Google it. Gay Robot. I mean, Comedy Central owns the rights to it, and they decided not to greenlight it as a series. But there's a full 22-minute pilot episode, and you got to see it. It's so fucking funny. They're trying to revamp it into a cartoon now. It might work that way, but check it out. Gay Robot. Nick Swartzen. Hilarious.
Did you see Grandma's Boy, bro?
No.
Very underrated. You
Very
gotta watch
underrated.
that.
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen's one of the main guys in that, and also an actor that looks exactly like Mr. Nahagian. So you gotta check that movie out.
Who's
Back
that?
to my
Sam
knocked up
Boy?
question for a second.
Who's the star of
Yes,
Grandma Boy?
yes.
Is the guy that was growing the beard?
He was in Freaks and Geeks, and he was my favorite
Was-
character.
He was
He's
Bill
not-
Haverchuck.
Bill
Bill
Haverchuck.
Haverchuck.
Is he? He's not Billy from Entourage, is he?
No.
The director?
No.
Similar look to him though. The guy
Looks like-
he looks when he was Haverchuck, he looked like a straight up like nerd. But when he's growing the beard, he does kind of look like the director from Entourage.
That's why I don't get how you have an obsession with beards, and it was a movie where the guy had a beard, and
Yeah, but he was a minor character. He was in like 3
but every
scenes.
scene he was in was gold.
I didn't think so. Yeah, I think you just have to smoke a lot of pot to like that movie because I just didn't get. I mean, as a if I didn't know that was a comedy, I would say okay, that's an okay movie. If I going in knowing that it was like the best movie last year, everybody I don't know one person that doesn't like it. Everyone's like, oh, it's so funny, you got to watch it, and I was just very unimpressed. I mean, there was. Like I said, those 2 scenes were funny, and then there was a few other random parts that I thought were pretty funny.
Part where they all
Like-
pink eye, and the guy shows up at the door, and he's like, "You got pink eye too?" And he's like, "No, I'm just really high."
No, that didn't do it for me. I like when the fat kid who was in Superbad at the end when they're in the hospital in the wheelchairs and he was doing Richard Hawking. I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of funny. But I mean, other than that, I was just kind of like, well, whatever. Oh, and I liked the part when he was making fun of. Well, it was the same scene when they were having breakfast after their encounter when he was like, who was it, Matthew Fox or whatever. And he's like, "Could you tell him I said he was an asshole? Like, who cares what he has to say?"
Was it Matthew Fox? Was he in that movie? I don't remember Matthew Fox.
No, he wasn't in it, but the Catherine Hike was like, "Oh, I have to go. I'm interviewing Matthew Fox." He's like, "Oh, tell him I said he's an asshole because nobody gives a shit what he thinks."
That fat guy stunk in Sarah Marshall.
Jonah Hill.
Did you see that yet?
No, I didn't see Sarah Marshall. I heard mixed things.
There was Mila Kunis was in it.
Ooh, I like Mila Kunis.
And there was full frontal nudity, but not from her.
Oh.
You saw Jason Segel naked
right, yeah.
7 times.
Yeah, that's funny.
And nothing. There was a photo supposedly of Mila Kunis topless, but I don't know if that was photoshopped or not.
Probably.
Which, come on. But I think we're gonna wrap this week's episode up.
This was a good week. I'm glad I came.
Yeah, it was good having you again. It's I think we had another good episode. Hopefully the audio didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
Let's check out SeriousLunch.com. It's Billy's hilarious videos on there.
Sketch comedy at its finest.
New stuff, new updates all the time.
Old slungy sketch comedy from Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. And check out BrinkofSanityShow.com. That's for some reason Podcast Alley's not working at the moment for our new episodes, so you can download them there.
Chihuahua.
Of course, if you're listening to this episode, then you already figured that out. But click on the ad on the front page and let it play to the end, and then we get money. And a whole bunch of other shit. Sign up for the forums. You get to look at our photo galleries, which are updated regularly. Jay at BrinkofSanityShow.com and Bri at BrinkofSanityShow.com. Those are our emails. Skype us, The Brink of Sanity, and sign up for Ustream.com. We may be doing a live video podcast soon, and we're going to do it through there. And check the forums because we'll post on there the day before we do that.
Oh yeah, one more thing, Jay, on the website. I think you need to activate the calendar function.
Okay.
I was going to do it, but I didn't want to go over your head.
No, dude, it's your show too. Like.
Yeah, I know, but you made the website and all that. I don't understand any of that. I don't want to fuck anything up. So, but I think that would be good because like when we have shit going on, we could just like
throw it on.
Like, hey, I got shit going on the 20th, and anybody in the area who doesn't have shit going on and wants to get involved with my shit going on, the kind of thing.
Gotcha. Right. All right, I'll hook that up. And yeah, I guess that's it. So all our contact information's on that site too. So just check it out. BrinkofSanityShow.com. Thank you for coming, Billy.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Take care, Brian.
Hey, you too.
And
happy Memorial Day, everybody. Drink and drive.
Yeah, please take some chances out there.
Yeah, check the forum soon because we may do that show this weekend. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be back. If not, we'll be back next week. And that's it, right? Yeah, that's it.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.